Hi, welcome to my channel. I like to do all kinds of fiber arts. I like to crochet, I like to do wall hangings, I'm learning how to knit, lots of things. So this channel is going to be about my journey. I mostly want to make videos just to document all the projects that I do and to create kind of like a catalog so that I can go back and look at my old projects and what hook size I use and yarn and patterns and all that kind of stuff. Also because I love to watch other fiber artists and crocheters on YouTube and I wanted to do it as well. Okay, starting with my WIPs. I have a huge WIP problem. I've been ignoring a lot of these WIPs for years. There's 54 of them. That's a lot. That's a graveyard, okay? And to make it fun, I thought I would catalog all the WIPs, put it into a random generator online, and then generate a WIP, and whatever one it lands on, I gotta finish or frog it. Cue the generator. $42 is the brown doll that I don't know what I'm doing with. Okay, sick. Love that. The WIP generator gave us this Amigurumi brown doll. I wasn't sure I'd be able to find this pattern, to be so honest with you, because this is 3 years old, but I looked through my camera roll for 2022 and I took screenshots of the pattern online. So let's get into it. I used to do markets and I don't do markets anymore. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with her once she's finished, but she has a whole body. Let's give her a head. You know what I mean? Okay, she has eyes. But I think she needs eyelashes. Here's our progress so far. Her little body is stuffed, but I need to stuff her head. Empty head. And I'm doing my decreases. I feel like now is a really good time to stuff her. So I'll do that. I did not have a chance earlier to talk about how I embroider her face. She's so cute. So I just used a 3-weight mercerized cotton. It's this. Panton's Grace Yarn Inspirations. I don't know. I've had this for a really long time. I like that it looks fuzzy because there's fucking hair all over it, but the actual yarn itself is not fuzzy and it's like a little bit shiny because it's mercerized. Anyways, that's what I use for all of my face embroidery. Single crochet, 6 single crochet in a magic circle for the eyes, and then the little nose, and then the little mouth. God, she's so cute. Hello? She's so cute. Anyways, I'm gonna stuff her now. She's bald. Okay, technically she's done. These are her stitch markers, so just yank those out. She's done, but she's naked. She needs some clothes. I've made this doll once before and she came with like a beret and like a dress or something, so I need to pick the colors. And I'm feeling purple, but we'll see what I have, obviously. I'm feeling a little psychotic. There's a dress. I'm thinking this for the dress. I haven't gotten to use this very much / ever. And then for the hat, this is really the only color that matches. That's like a little magenta, but it's obviously too thick. So I think I'm gonna split it because it looks so good together. I'm gonna see how it works because I'm Delulu. So she has a dress. I actually had to rip this dress back like 5 or 6 times, actually, because why am I making a dress if not to fit her body? So I had to rip it back a lot. And for a while, I didn't even think that the purple and green was gonna show up at all. And it literally is on the last row. She gets a little hat. I kind of feel like I should just make it in the same yarn. Or, obviously it's cute. Ugh. We'll see, I guess. I can't decide. It's already too thick. So, I have to split it again if I want to use this yarn. And this is all that I have left of this skein. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna split it again. And then it'll go 4 times as far. Plus I think it'll be cute and a big pain. I don't know, this is the kind of stuff that I do like to do. I would rather use up my own stash in a really weird way, even if it's a hassle, than go buy more yarn. That I don't like to do that. So we're getting creative, and we are using 1 strand of a 4-ply yarn. Okay, here's the issue. This is how much we've gotten done of the beret. This is just my stitch marker. I still have to do 2 more rows of increases and then start decreasing. I think I've used half of this, and I've been cutting them to make it easier to undo the ply. I don't think I need to cut it anymore because all I'm doing is, there's so many knots on the inside now. There's 8 to be exact. I think I should just totally untwist the rest of the yarn. I did not think that I would have to worry about having enough yarn for this tiny little hat, but I'm a little bit scared actually. So I'm just gonna split the rest of the yarn, keep going, and hope it goes, and hope it, okay. It's not done. It's not done. 75% of a baby doll hat used up the rest of that skein, which I mean wasn't much, but still. We still have several rows left to do. I'm gonna try to find the same type of yarn in my stash. I mean, ideally in like cream or purple, or there's like a little bit of green, you know? We're gonna see what I can find. Here's my green shelf. Oh, I can't even tell if this is the same kind of yarn that I had already unplied before, but I'm gonna put it over there. I think it's back here. I'm just gonna move these. I think this will do. I think it's the closest that we'll get. We'll see. Okay, here's the deal. This is all I could find. A smidgen of green that is probably not even the exact same type of yarn, and some cream. I have 2, maybe 3 rows left Do I do one in the green and then one in the cream to kind of tie it all together like it's intentional? Or do I just finish it off with the cream? Maybe I don't know. I have to decide. So I'll be deciding. Phew! I had to wrestle with this hat for quite a while. But she's done. And she's dressed. And she's done. This is from 3 years ago, and I would not have finished this without the roulette wheel, without the wheel of whips. This was very satisfying to finish. So even though I could work on like my blanket and stuff, let's spin the wheel. She's so cute. Oh, her hat took all of this purple yarn, all of that green yarn that I picked out, and a little bit of the same white yarn as her dress. This is what I have left of the dress yarn. What are we gonna do with this? I don't know. We finished our first whip. Now it's time for whip number 2. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get. Behold the wheel. So, okay, number 30. So, let's see what that is. Fuck. Okay, so that's gonna be cat purse. Cat purse. I'm making this for my best friend. I saw this in a TikTok video. Someone made a cat purse and I was like, period. So I made my own. Here's my template. I've gotten pretty far on it. The last part is just sewing the strap. And I kind of just like lost my drive because the strap is difficult. So here's the cat purse. Okay, here's the purse. You could fit your ID in here, okay? Your ID, your credit card, maybe a chapstick. It's not much. And the strap is just pinned to it. And I like couldn't really figure out at the time how to make it an adjustable strap. So I guess we're gonna figure that out right now. I'm definitely gonna finish it. Like, this is the vibe. You know? Cat purse. All right, I guess we're gonna bust the sewing machine out and finish cat purse. Great.
Do you do any vlogs on YouTube?
I'm gonna start. I haven't yet, but I would like to. That's part of the reason why I bought that new computer. That's the new one. See?
I don't like it.
You think it should have stickers on it like the last one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I like stickers on my laptops.
I have an idea on a sticker though.
Which one?
I don't really like that duck one, but I think it would.
You don't like that one? The goose?
Not really.
Oh my god. Well, good. I'm glad I bought that one for me.
I have an idea. You can put it on your computer.
Which one? The goose?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. You want to show the camera?
This could go on my mom's computer. We're all silly goose.
We're all silly gooses. I like it.
Did you know I have a sticker on my mouse?
Yes, and I was worried
and it
would
still works.
See, and there you go. I think I was worried about that. Okay, I have to hand sew this because the strap is so thick that I'm worried for my sewing machine. It's heavy duty. I know it could handle it, but I would have to like fine tune all the settings and maybe even change the needle. And I don't want to do that. That's too much work. So I'm hand sewing and it's going very well. Here she is. She's done. all I had to do was hand sew the entire strap on. I had to measure it, and also I had to search how to put this buckle on because I had no idea that it's adjustable. I had to sew the ends in, blah, blah, blah. Cat bag. I'm going to try to suck as much of this natural light as I possibly can. And I want to start the third whip because I'm feeling crazy. So we're going to spin the wheel again and see what happens. I finished 2 in 2 days, and that's more than I have in like 3 years. So let's keep going. Tapestry. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's Jamie's green plant tapestry. And all I have to do is sew the ends in. I can do that. I can do that. I made this little wall hanging with Tapestry Crochet. It looks like a tarot card, and it's like a olive green color. But I need to sew in the ends. I also need to block it, probably. But we'll see about that. But it's so little, it's made with thread, that this could just be hung on the wall with like a tack, 2 tacks. I don't know if I actually want to put a stick on it to like hang from it. I'll ask the audience. Honey? Okay, I blocked it and I let it dry overnight outside. Third whip done. I decided not to put a dowel or anything because it's so small that just, I don't know, 2 tacks, 1 tack, you can hang it on the wall. Plus, this tapestry is part of like a collection of tapestries that I'm making for my friend that all kind of go together, like a gallery. And if they all have dowels and string, then they're gonna have to be spaced out weird. So, and a lot of them are small, so I'm gonna leave the small ones with no dowel so that she can kind of nestle them in closer. Anyways, that's the third whip. That's done. 3 out of 54. 3 whips in 3 days. I feel really good about this. Left to my own devices, I think that I get overwhelmed by picking a whip to finish out of that bag. Which one's the most important to get done first, and which one's gonna take the longest, and I don't actually feel like sewing and stuff like that. So this wheel of whips is really working for me, I gotta say. You should try it out if you have a bajillion whips and you are not making progress on finishing them. So I want to keep doing it for sure. So just to recap, we did 3 whips this video. Amigurumi. I didn't mention when I was working on this doll that the reason that I embroidered her eyes is because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the doll. It's supposed to be like a baby's first doll kind of vibe. And for children 3 and younger, safety eyes are not actually safe to use. Embroidery is the best because it's not a choking hazard like safety eyes are. So obviously safety eyes is easier, faster, but that's why I embroidered her eyes. Okay, whip number 2 is the cat purse. And whip number 3, Tapestry Crochet. Thank you for watching and following along. I definitely am going to continue this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!